Which of these three 107mm cutting discs has better cutting performance? Today we came to the cutting disc test site of DOMILL Abrasives to find out. Cutting discs are one of our commonly used cutting tools. The strength of its cutting performance determines the quality of the cutting disc. Cutting performance tests can directly reflect the quality of cutting discs. The industry mostly uses manual or cutting machines' own gravity for cutting tests. However, these testing methods have unstable factors, such as fluctuations in external cutting pressure, etc. This will most likely affect the rigor of the test. At the same time, cutting tests are limited to cutting performance, such as durability and sharpness. As for the underlying reasons behind the differences in cutting performance, for example, there are few evaluations on the cutting disc formula process and abrasive quality. DOMILL is a professional abrasive manufacturer. We will reveal the truth behind the strengths and weaknesses of 107 cutting discs from the perspective of abrasives. Let's talk about the test rules first. Our test is divided into two parts: cutting test and abrasive analysis. To ensure the fairness and rigor of the test, we will do a full body check on the cutting disc before testing. Select 5 samples of the same batch of the three 107 cutting discs with the same specifications, size, and weight, labeled A1 to A5, B1 to B5, C1 to C5, A1, B1, C1 cutting test, A2, B2, C2 for abrasive testing and analysis, remaining samples for backup. First, we use the Kinko semi-automatic cutting equipment mounted with Bosch 660-watt 3-amp cutting machine. Semi-automatic cutting equipment can provide constant radial cutting pressure for the cutting disc and automatically timed and recorded the number of cuts during the test. The cutting objects are all 304 solid stainless steel with a diameter of 12 millimeters. The test is terminated when the cutting disc is consumed to the trademark. Record the total number of cuts and total time of the cutting disc respectively, and then calculate and compare the durability and sharpness of the cutting disc. Durability is expressed by the total number of blades. Sharpness is expressed by the average cutting time per blade. The second step of the test is to extract the abrasives from the A2, B2, and C2 cutting discs respectively. Analyze the hidden secrets behind the cutting performance of abrasives and cutting discs by testing abrasives. The first is the tense and exciting cutting test. We first did a cutting test on A1, installed the cutting disc, started with one button. Sparks flew everywhere. This scene is too relaxing. Visually, the cutting disc has been consumed to the trademark, shut down. A1 test is over. Record the test data. A1 cuts 19 times in total, takes 246.2 seconds. Whether B1 can successfully challenge A1, we will have to wait and see. After installing the cutting disc and turning on the machine, B1 has already cut 50 times in the time it takes to drink water, successfully challenging A1. We continued testing, and our equipment unexpectedly stopped during the test. At this time, the cutting piece B1 is far from being consumed to the mark. After inspection, the reason for the shutdown was that the number of cuts had reached the upper limit of 100 times set by the cutting equipment, so the equipment automatically shuts down. Even the master operating the cutting equipment was surprised and asked whose cutting disc this was that was so powerful. Record the test data, then turn on the machine and test it. Before the test, we adjusted the maximum cutting time of the equipment to 136 times to reduce the probability of midway downtime. Visually, B1 finally reached the trademark, shutdown, recorded data. B1 cut 153 times in 2 tests, taking 1,425 seconds. Let's do the C1 test again. The ultimate showdown starts now. The C1 test is completed. C1 cut 81 times in total, taking 992.2 seconds. We compared the test data of the 3 cutting discs and came to the following conclusions. B1 is more durable than A1 and C1, and its sharpness is also the best. In general, the cutting performance of B1 is the best, followed by C1, and A1 is the worst. We conducted further testing and analysis from the perspective of abrasives. First, we crushed A2, B2, and C2 separately. The crushed sample was placed in a muffle furnace and burned at 800 degrees Celsius to constant weight. Then the burned sample is crushed, washed with acid, alkali, and water to remove impurities, placed in an oven for drying, and sieved again to remove the non-abrasive part. Now we have the abrasive separated from the 3 cutting wheels. By visually inspecting the abrasive appearance, we can preliminarily determine that A2 is brown-fused alumina abrasive, B2 is a mixed abrasive of monocrystalline fused alumina and white-fused alumina, and C2 is a mixed abrasive of brown-fused alumina and white-fused alumina. Let's take a look at the abrasive morphology under the microscope. The A2 abrasive has a chaotic and confusing appearance. B2 abrasive is stunning. Monocrystalline fused alumina and white fused alumina perfectly match. C2 abrasive is a mixed abrasive of brown fused alumina and white fused alumina. Abrasive quality is half seawater and half fire. Good and bad vary. Let's summarize the test. Cutting wheel A uses grade 2 or grade 3 brown corundum abrasive mixed with garnet and may have fallen sand. Its cutting performance is not durable and sharp. Cutting disc B uses monocrystalline fused alumina and white fused alumina abrasives. Both abrasives are suitable for cutting stainless steel. They are unique in terms of durability, sharpness, and other cutting performance. Cutting disc C uses brown fused alumina and white fused alumina abrasives. Brown fused alumina is grade 2 or 3 and is doped with garnet. White fused alumina is grade 1. White fused alumina plays a key role in cutting stainless steel and improves the durability and sharpness of the cutting disc. Okay, this is the end of this test. I hope the above can help you with abrasive selection. Remember to like and support us. Friends who are interested in testing are welcome to provide cutting disc samples, and we will test them for